Now on Good Morning Northwest, a truce in the Middle East is now underway. For the next 4 days, no fighting will be taking place in the Israeli-Gaza war as the United States works to get hostages out.
Plus, it's another cool start as we get our Friday going, and we have more chilly weather on the way for the weekend.
And today, the Cougs are taking on the Huskies. We're checking in with our sports team, who's live in Seattle all weekend long. This morning, they're talking all things Apple Cup. You're watching Good Morning Northwest right here on 4 News Now. Well, thanks so much for starting your Friday morning with us. I'm Natalie Grant. Robin has the morning off. It is Friday, November 24th, the day after Thanksgiving. Let's toss things over to Matt Gray for our first check of our forecast here. Matt, you said earlier, usually people would be waiting in line outside of stores, but it would be a chilly morning to do that.
It would be a little bit of a chilly morning to do that, and thankfully things are not maybe not as wild as like 10 years ago was a Black Friday. But either way, if you are up early this morning, some chilly temperatures. In some places not as chilly as yesterday, but still we're pretty close. 29 right now in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Ooh, Winthrop's down to 16 this morning. Bonners Ferry's at 27, Pullman's at 28. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at the urban core. 25 in Deer Park. We were as cold as 21 earlier this morning. Downtown Spokane's down to about 27. And in the valley, right by Phelps Field, we are down to 26 degrees. So once again, a bit of a chilly start. You will need the ice scraper once again. And this afternoon, we're looking at low 40s and upper 30s. Not a huge change from yesterday, but just slightly cooler than what we saw on Thanksgiving. The other big change from yesterday and what otherwise is a fairly calm weather pattern is that we're not dealing with any fog for most places, although we do have some fog in the LC Valley. You folks are the only ones that will be dealing with some foggy and potentially slippery conditions this morning. All right, got more to talk about in your extended forecast, but some chilly weather on the way.
All right, thanks, Matt. A judge in Kootenai County has dismissed the conspiracy charge against the leader of white supremacist group Patriot Front related to his arrest at the Coeur d'Alene Pride event back in 2022. Now, prosecutors are appealing the judge's decision. Thomas Rousseau, along with over 24 other members of Patriot Front, was arrested and charged with conspiracy to riot back in June of 2022, which is a misdemeanor in Idaho. Now, law enforcement discovered the group with matching clothes, riot gear and shields, believed that they were en route to riot at the Pride event. Now, over the summer, other members were found guilty of their respective charge and received 5 days in jail, a fine, and were banned from Coeur d'Alene parks. Well, yesterday was Thanksgiving, and many people in our community spent the day showing kindness and generosity. For the folks at the Salvation Army, they extended the chance for a hot Thanksgiving meal to everyone. Volunteers served Thanksgiving dinner to more than 300 people in need. One of those volunteers who was helping out was Phil Gertzweiler. For the second year, he brought his granddaughters along to share the gift of giving back.
This is a wonderful opportunity to give back to all the families that need help, but it also helps these girls, grow up and have a chance to say, God, Thanksgiving just isn't about food and everything else. We can go help people, and we can make hot chocolate with marshmallows, with whipped cream, with candy, and everybody is happy.
Now, for a lot of families, the holidays can amplify any pain, and the Salvation Army says they're extending a helping hand to anyone who needs it. Well, did you catch the parade yesterday morning? Well, it kicked off with a history-making moment. The annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade began with the Alabama A&M University's marching band. Over 97 years, and it's the first historically black university to lead the parade. The parade featured 11 marching bands, 25 of those huge balloons, and of course the star performances. But that's not the only cool moment from the parade route. A former teacher represented Spokane in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Chris Poole is a recently retired band teacher for Spokane Public Schools, and he marched in New York City on behalf of Band Directors of America. Now, he was a band director here for more than 30 years, and this week he was practicing for the parade and playing the trombone all around New York City, including at the World Trade Center. Poole says that yesterday's parade performance was for his students.
I'm so proud to have been a teacher for so long, and all of my students that have worked so hard and have gone on and been successful, either as musicians or non-musicians, for the rest of their lives. And I'm glad that at least, hopefully, they're living this vicariously through me.
So cool. Well, after the parade, Poole headed back home to celebrate Thanksgiving with his family right here in Spokane. Well, the Seahawks' first ever Thanksgiving home game left them with a little to be thankful for. Quarterback Geno Smith says that his arm is okay, but the offense looked ineffective in a 31-13 loss to division rival San Francisco. Seattle now sits at 6-5, still in wild card contention, but 2 games out of the division lead, with another tough game coming up on Sunday at Dallas. Well, also in Seattle, the Apple Cup has been around for more than 100 years. With a historic rivalry game also comes tradition. We're tuning in to Alex Crescenti, who is live for us in Seattle this morning to let us know about the Apple Cup coming up today. Good morning, Alex. How are things going out there?
Yeah, that's right, Natalie. The 115th Apple Cup coming up tomorrow afternoon. And this is a rivalry that has been dominated by Washington over the years. On average, the Huskies win the matchup 2 out of every 3 times. So you're more likely to meet a Cougar quarterback that has lost the Apple Cup 3 times than has won it 3 times. Lucky for you, we talked to both.
Oh, college football rivalry week. The passion, the stakes, and the hate.
You know, there's no love lost by any means when you talk about the Washington Huskies.
Well, in light of what happened just recently, I hate them even more. I mean, seriously.
The Apple Cup has been played 114 times, with Washington State only winning 33 of those matchups. Former quarterback Alex Brink holds the WSU record with 3 wins over the Huskies.
When you go to Washington or Washington State, you know, everyone says you kind of throw out the record books, and whatever happened in the Apple Cup, you know, equates to a good season.
And then there's players like Jack Thompson, who never saw a win over UW in his playing days.
You know, I had 4 head coaches in 4 years. That's a lame excuse, but it is what it is. And we went in and fought our butts off.
There's an old saying among fans: I'd rather go 1-11 and win the Apple Cup than 11-1 and lose it. Okay, maybe that's a little dramatic, but it still shows what the game means to those involved.
And depending on how your year is going, right, it means the world, right? If you're out of bowl contention, then it's the most important game on the year at that point. And if you're competing for a championship, then there's no doubt it's the most important games.
And even though this rivalry will continue for at least the next 5 years, Coug fans aren't exactly rolling out the welcome mat for their friends from the West Side after they moved to the Big Ten.
It's bad enough what happened, but how it happened. And, don't get me started. But for me, my message is loud and clear to all Cougs. It's time to, if ever there's time to come off the sidelines and do whatever we can to help Washington State University, it's time.
Now, the stakes of this game, pretty simple. A win for the Cougars, and they are bowl eligible for the 8th straight year. A win for the Huskies, and they inch closer to their 2nd appearance in the college football playoff. Reporting live from Seattle this morning, I'm Alex Crescenti for News Now Sports.
I mean, just to look back at the tradition of the Apple Cup, just to put it in perspective of how many generations this means to so many people here, it sure will be an exciting game tonight. Thanks so much, Alex. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:09 on this Friday morning. We started off with a chilly morning today, but not as foggy as we saw it yesterday out there, Matt. Not as icy, not as foggy.
Yep, all the cams are clear. Holiday travel's looking good. This is Rafter behind me this morning. Everything's looking real nice on this Friday morning. Can't ask what's better for Friday.
That's true.
We've got some more chilly weather we're going to be tracking, and the fog will eventually return as well, coming up in your forecast.
A para-Olympian turned murderer is getting released from jail after almost 10 years behind bars. Plus, it's the day after Thanksgiving, and it's not just the busiest day for shoppers. Why plumbers say it's also their day to shine. We'll let you know coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Xavier Green and Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service.
This is not just laundry. This is laundry that's one and done. This is the ultra-fast combo laundry machine that does both washing and drying cycles. This is revolutionizing laundry. This is GE Profile.
Save over 24% on a GE Profile laundry machine on sale for only $21.99.
Don't miss Fred's Black Friday sale going on now.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
As a family-owned company, Factory Rep Blinds really does care about each and every one of our customers and the experience that they have with us. Our company's founder, Gary, was a factory representative for 36 years. We bring all the samples to you because your home is really the best showroom. And we professionally measure and install the window treatments for you. That's why our customers tell their friends who tell their friends.
Call us or schedule your free consultation today at FactoryRepBlinds.com. Factory Rep Blind.
We're standing up for our right to be lazy. We work hard, we deserve to scroll hard.
It's the Black Friday sale. Save 30% on everything. Lazy Boy, long live the lazy.
There's still time to save on Black Friday pricing with Bi-Mart's latest membership-only savings book, posted at Bi-Mart.com. You'll find 20 pages of great store-wide savings. Save big now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart.
If you're looking for a new Tundra or Tacoma truck, Findlay Downtown Toyota has over 70 in stock and ready to go. And if you're looking for a new RAV4, Highlander, or a Toyota 4Runner, we have over 100 in stock with great financing options. And if you're looking for a quality used vehicle, we've got a whole city block full of fantastic choices that come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. So if you're looking for a great selection at a great price, you can find it at Findlay.
Welcome back in. The time is now 6:12 on this Friday, and here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. As part of the landmark agreement between Israel and Hamas, the fighting between the two is on pause for at least 4 days. Now, during this break, dozens of hostages, including some Palestinian prisoners, are expected to be freed. The truce began this morning, while some, including President Joe Biden, are keeping their fingers crossed for things to go smoothly. Others are skeptical. Yesterday, the Israeli defense minister told Israeli troops that he expects at least 2 additional months of fighting to resume after this truce ends. Now, U.S. officials say relatives of American hostages freed from Gaza will be contacted contacted after the U.S. confirms their release and departure from Gaza. Well, Oscar Pistorius, the para-Olympian who murdered his girlfriend on Valentine's Day in 2013, will be released on parole in January. Pistorius shot Riva Steenkamp 4 times through his bathroom door, saying he had mistaken her for an intruder. Known as the Blade Runner for his carbon fiber prosthetic legs, Pistorius was once seen as an inspirational figure. He was originally convicted of manslaughter, but that sentence was changed to murder by a higher court.
Here's your 10-second takeaway for weather. Beautiful day today. We are in a calm and chilly weather pattern. The next change for some wet weather is at least a week away.
Well, the day after Thanksgiving is the busiest day of the year for plumbers. Grease down the drains, stuffed garbage disposals, extra guests using your bathroom, and more can cause all kinds of plumbing problems. Some advice from those plumbers: they say don't put potato or banana peels down your garbage disposal.
Rice, celery, stuff like that shouldn't be put down it. Most things should be scraped off into the garbage and then rinsed off in the sink.
They say also don't use drain cleaning chemicals, as they often work only to a limited degree and can cause dangerous backsplash and injure plumbers as they attempt to snake those clogged drains. Who knew? Busy day for plumbers. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:14 on this Friday. Coming up after the break, we'll have Matt Gray's full forecast. Thanks so much for waking up with us on your Friday morning. You're watching Good Morning Northwest.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
the reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around, or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down.
Black Friday mattress discounts are on now at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores.
Save up to $900 on Serta iComfort and Beautyrest Black Hybrid sets. Plus, save up to $300 on Purple mattresses. And take advantage of no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest for 5 years.
Plus, receive up to $300 of free furniture, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less during the Black Friday sale at Walker's.
Frozen is Disney's latest hit Broadway musical. From the producer of The Lion King comes the show audiences and critics are melting for.
Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th to August 4th. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
We aren't just HVAC specialists. We're a Lennox Premier dealer. That means we offer the most energy-efficient products on the market with savings you can see and perfect air you can feel. Your comfort is our passion, and we're with you every breath of the way. Enjoy greater comfort and lower energy costs. Call us today and save on Lennox with special incentives and rebates.
Call Norco Heating and Air today.
Imagine a place where everyday chaos fades away, replaced by the soothing sounds of nature. A place of solace to nourish your faith and rediscover your serenity. Restore, renew, retreat, and become part of the miracle happening at Immaculate Heart Retreat Center.
4 News Now is brought to you by Clark's Diamond Jewelers.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back in. You're taking a live look at the South Shore Plaza in Boston, Massachusetts, where Black Friday shoppers are out in full swing there. That's a pretty good crowd size out there for malls on Black Friday, I'd say.
Yeah, not too bad.
Nothing compared to what we've seen in the past, though. People throwing elbows and running through aisles for TVs and Cabbage Patch dolls. But yeah, still lots of traditions of Black Friday, though. People like to get out.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of people are going to be out maybe at a more reasonable hour of the day. And I tell you what, it's a great weather day to get out and, well, do shopping or really anything because, well, first of all, the fog is not going to be with us today. It is clear skies. You can see some of the planes taking off there from Spokane International. Temperatures 29 degrees in Spokane right now. Upper 20s to start our day, but we'll quickly rise through the 30s and upper 30s and low 40s with lots of sunshine for the afternoon. And then a quick drop during the evening. Our high today, sunny, crisp, winds out of the north about 5 to 8 miles an hour and right around 39 for a high. Here's our weekend where it will be chillier and a little bit cloudier as well. We may also see a little bit of patchy fog Saturday morning. And look at these temperatures. We'll be down to 20 degrees on Sunday morning, and that means a lot of places will be getting into the upper teens this weekend. So it will be 5, 6, 7 degrees colder at times this weekend than it's been through the week so far. Also, we've got Schweitzer and Silver Mountain opening up for a little bit of winter recreation. The snowpack not looking too good so far here in late November, but at least there is enough for Schweitzer and Silver to open. And As far as everybody else, well, not a lot of snow in the forecast. In fact, no snow in the forecast as high pressure is going to build with cool and dry air over the next couple of days. And so our weather is going to be staying fairly quiet. Now, at least for the next couple of days, we have sunshine. But once that high pressure moves in, an inversion is going to build. And that means that all that chilly air gets trapped down here. And when we start to see fog developing, we'll see that fog and cloudy conditions that we see so often here this time of the year basically trap us in the gloom. Thinking Sunday or Monday, that's when that is going to get started, and then we'll just keep that rolling through the upcoming week with a small chance for some precipitation next Thursday or Friday, but we'll see how that evolves.
Not getting trapped in the gloom.
Trapped in the gloom.
Oh,
it's going to happen, so let's enjoy the sunshine
Get
right
those
now.
happy lights ready to go. Take your vitamin D. That'll definitely help out. All right, thanks, Matt. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:20 on this Friday. It's been a downtown staple for more than 74 years, and now it's closing shop. We're sitting down with the owner of Spokane Sukiyaki about how she came to this difficult decision.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Helping the communities thrive aligns with BECU's core values. One event that I'm really proud of that we support is the Nonprofit Showcase.
You know, I think the coolest part of this event is the ability for the public to see so many different nonprofits in one spot. And then you get that chance to understand how you might be able to engage best with each of them.
I'm proud to say that they're going to be doing it again, and I want to encourage everybody to come out, learn a little bit what's going on in your community, and spend some time potentially volunteering and find something that you're passionate about.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, there's never been a better time to trade up to something better, as we are loaded up with the best selection of new and used vehicles to choose from, with great financing options available. Finley Toyota's downtown.
Hi, I'm Garrett, and I'm a holiday comfort advisor. I've lived on Spokane South Hill for years now, and I love being able to service customers in my own neighborhood and sometimes making friends while doing it.
I started Holiday in Cheney, and now we've grown to service all the areas in the Spokane region.
Like South Hill, Northside, Deer Park, Spokane Valley, and even Coeur d'Alene. Just like Garrett, we are all connected to the local area.
Fixed right or it's free. Holiday heating, cooling, and electric.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
New holiday musical with Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis. $1 Million Quartet Christmas the Musical.
December 23rd at First Interstate Center for the Arts, BroadwaySpokane.com.
Dear 2030, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota. Get 5.99% APR for up to 60 months on your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back in. The time is now 6:23. A mainstay in downtown Spokane for the last 74 years is now saying goodbye. The Sukiyaki Inn is one of the first Japanese restaurants in Spokane's old Chinatown and the last of a bygone era. Our Peter Choi is sharing the decades-long memories of this restaurant.
Here in downtown Spokane, for more than 70 years, Sukiyaki Inn restaurant holds special memories for many people. It has been a place for birthday parties, anniversaries, and sometimes comfort meals. Tonight, the owner tells me it's time to turn the page and start a new chapter.
The moment you walk into the restaurant, you know this place
is special. You'll find old pictures on one side and Japanese dolls on the other side. After moving to Spokane from Nagasaki, Japan, owner Emiko Corlett started work here since 1970s.
Well, I started working here as a dishwasher, yes. As a dishwasher? Yes, I could speak hardly any English then.
She took over the restaurant in 1994. Since then, this is where people had their first date, engagement, and of course, first sushi.
And soy.
A traditional Japanese food, sukiyaki, is her favorite dish to cook. She says former Bulldog Rui Hachimura loved her sukiyaki.
He'll come in every Sunday and eat the sukiyaki.
She says sukiyaki means family. It means a world to her.
This is my life. That's how I raised those two girls.
Her two daughters saw their mother's sacrifice firsthand.
She was here literally 360 days a year. I mean, she took Christmas and Thanksgiving off. Sometimes, Easter, but not a lot of days off.
The owner says it's time to close a restaurant because it takes 5 years to train someone to cook. She's getting too old to manage kitchen by herself.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
It's hard to say goodbye forever.
I put my whole energy into this place.
The restaurant is closing on December 16th. After more than 50 years of working, she's now searching for next journey with her family. Until then.
今までどうもありがとうございました。Meaning, up until now, thank you all very much.
In downtown Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
It just really shows how special that place was. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:26 on this Friday. Before we head to break, here's your first look at what's coming up this morning on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, ready, set, shop.
Black Friday week is live at Target.
Black Friday is here, so let's start strategizing. Major retailers advertising steep discounts on tech, clothing, and toys. Kitchen items, a surprisingly hot seller according to global commerce company Shopify.
We saw apron sales soared up to 125%. Cookware and bakeware is up almost 100%.
And gift purchases taking center stage this Black Friday with items like AirPods, normally $129, now $79 at Target. Chromebook laptops, this from Acer, a 15-inch model was $299, now it's $139 at Best Buy. And coming up at 7 a.m., we've got you covered, tracking all the biggest Black Friday deals live from Times Square, plus a live interview with the points guy, Brian Kelly. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, New York.
COPD hasn't been pretty. It's tough to breathe and tough to keep wondering if this is as good as it gets. But Trelegy has shown me that there's still beauty and breath to be had. Because with 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open and prevents future flare-ups. And with 1 dose a day, Trelegy improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. KXLY, celebrating 70 years on the air.
The Walker's Furniture Black Friday sale is on now. Get big discounts starting this week, and all stores will be open extended hours with big Black Friday discounts. Or get no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest financing for up to 5 years.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your living room or get that new dining room or bedroom furniture just in time for those holiday gatherings. Plus, choose from a large selection of top name brand mattress sets.
Furnish your life for less during the Black Friday sale at Walker's.
It's that time of year again. The lights at Cowley Park are going to be lit up this holiday season, and we've got a lot of new stuff coming in. It's going to be a wonderful ground display. 4 News Now, the Extreme Team, making spirits bright. Brought to you by Ace Hardware and Horizon Credit Union.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
ABC's World News Tonight at 4 News Now, when the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home, watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
As we kick off this 6:30 half hour, welcome on into Good Morning Northwest. It is Friday, November 24th. I'm Natalie Grant. Robin has the morning off. It's the day after Thanksgiving. A lot of us may be heading out to do some shopping today. Matt Gray is in for Mark this morning with a look at your first alert forecast. I saw some people were lining up outside of grocery stores and other shops around here.
Oh, okay. So we do have some folks trying to take advantage of some deals here on this Black Friday. It is certainly a chilly start. Temperatures in the upper 20s around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Low 20s, places like Cowellville, Bonners Ferry this morning. Down to the teens again in Winthrop. And for most of us, we're either just as cold or even just a little bit colder than we were at this time yesterday. In fact, some places it's quite a difference. St. Mary's and Bonners Ferry, 9 degrees cooler than we were waking up Thanksgiving morning. All part of that cooler air that's moving in that we're really going to start feeling as we head into the weekend. Now, many of us were waking up to fog over the last couple of mornings. That is not the case this morning. We got clear skies for most of us. It is beautiful out there. We are still seeing some fog, though, around Lewiston. Now, here's how the day goes. 20s for a couple more hours, and then we are moving through the 30s pretty quickly. Upper 30s by the afternoon, and the best part, we got lots of beautiful sunshine. So things are looking awesome for today. We'll give you a preview of the weekend and more on that chilly air that's going to be working its way in coming up.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, it was delayed by a day, but now a deal between Israel and Hamas to begin the release of hostages looks to go into effect shortly. Israel confirms it has been given a preliminary names of hostages to be returned to during a temporary ceasefire. Now, Liz Landers is in D.C. with what we can expect to see today.
This morning, anticipation for the first release of hostages set to be freed in mere hours in a deal struck between Israel and Hamas. Israeli officials announcing that a ceasefire began this morning. Qatari officials expect the first hostages to be released a few hours later. The initial group released by Hamas will be 13 women and children in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. The deal will last 4 days. Families of hostages remaining hopeful despite delays.
I still fear for his life, and we know nothing about him, about his medical situation and so on. And it's a nightmare to wait.
And President Biden, when asked if he expects the youngest known American hostage, Abigail Adan, to be released.
My fingers crossed.
Also new after Israeli forces allege the Al-Shifa hospital contained a Hamas command and control center beneath the campus.
Now that the irrefutable truth of Hamas's exploitation of hospitals in Gaza is in full display to the world,
they announced the director of the hospital was arrested and transferred for questioning about any knowledge of Hamas using Al-Shifa. The deal struck between Israel and Hamas also includes passage for humanitarian aid trucks with food, fuel, and medical supplies into Gaza. Hamas also says that during the ceasefire, Israeli planes will stop flying over northern Gaza for 6 hours a day. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
And breaking news just into our newsroom here. Thai Prime Minister says that he has received confirmation of the release of 12 of those Thai nationals being held in Gaza. This is still a developing story, and we'll keep you updated throughout the morning as well as on Good Morning America starting here at 7 o'clock. Well, the war in the Mideast is triggered increased security measures here at home, including for today's traditional start of the holiday shopping season. Black Friday shoppers will face anti-war protests and heavy police presence, cracking down on a new surge of organized retail theft. Now, ABC News has learned pro-Palestinian protesters are planning to demonstrate at shopping malls across the country today. It's adding to the worries of brazen robberies that have plagued retailers all year. Cities across the country are now on high alert.
These war criminals. Everybody in this city should be angry.
Now, yet another concern for retailers will consumers be in the mood to spend. While shoppers have been opening their wallets so far this year, the worry is that they could be pulling back over the holiday shopping season at a time when retailers depend on making up to a quarter of their annual sales. Now, whether you had your Thanksgiving feast last night or you're enjoying your leftovers today, you want to avoid getting sick from your Thanksgiving feast. Every year, tens of millions of Americans get sick from foodborne illnesses, leading to an estimated 128,000 hospitalizations and 3,000 deaths. That's all according to the CDC.
Just like we need to be safe when we prepare food, we also need to be safe when we store it.
Now, don't sit on that couch for too long after you dig in. You want to promptly put your food in the refrigerator so that it doesn't go bad. The USDA says Thanksgiving leftovers are good in your refrigerator. Hear this, for up to 4 days. So make those sandwiches, get into those leftovers while you can. And if you're done digging into your leftovers today, you might want to head on over to Coeur d'Alene for the annual tree lighting ceremony. Coeur d'Alene is kicking off their event at 5 o'clock tonight with a parade full of those festive floats. After that, you'll want to head to the resort where with the flip of a switch, 1.5 million lights will be shining at 6 o'clock. And the holiday fireworks show begins right after that. Then tomorrow, Saturday, the city of Spokane will be hosting its own celebration at Riverfront Park. The party starts at 4 with some live music, free hot chocolate. That all leads to that tree lighting at 6 o'clock. To learn more about both of these events, you can look for this story on our website, KXLY.com. Well, now that Thanksgiving is officially over, you're allowed to start counting down the days until Christmas. I'm sure some of us have started well before this, though. One bank in Illinois is counting down in a very big way. Check this out. The Farmers State Bank and Trust Company in Jacksonville will once again be transformed into the world's tallest Advent calendar. Throughout the month of December, a new holiday image will be revealed in one of those windows of the 110-foot tall building every day. The unveiling will go through Christmas Day and wouldn't be an Advent calendar without treats. So, of course, the bank will be giving some treats away to anyone who goes inside. The display will be remaining up until January 6th. Such a cool idea. I would have never thought of that, but I'm very happy someone did because that's really cool. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:37 on this Friday. Now, we got to find something to turn into an Advent calendar around here. Oh. Like a building or a box.
Yeah.
With those monitors?
Let me see what I could see what I can do in the front yard. I got to start putting the lights up. One of my favorite things. Got to get that started later today. It'd certainly be a great day to do anything outside or just doing some travel to your nearest shopping outlet, get some deals. Take a look at this beautiful sunrise. It's going to be an awesome day. We've got chilly weather coming up, though. I'll let you know how cold it'll get coming up.
Well, today is Black Friday, and it's soon to be followed by Cyber Monday. But have you ever heard of Travel Day Tuesday? We'll tell you why next week might be the best time to buy those plane tickets all year and how you can make sure you get the best deal. Coming up.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
The all-new Bet Ahead feature is now live at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Casino. Make your picks online from anywhere before you place your cash bets. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos?
I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/GoVandals. Go Vandals!
I think at Hospice of Spokane, it's not just a job. It's a career, but it's also a passion. Nurses, the social workers, the chaplains, the health aides, they just do a phenomenal job, and they get to know the clients. They don't come to treat just the client. They come to embrace the family as a whole.
To serve with the region's #1 hospice team, visit hospiceofspokane.org.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, there's never been a better time to trade up to something better, as we are loaded up with the best selection of new and used vehicles to choose from, with great financing options available. Finley Toyota's downtown.
What is a jewelry design center? Locally owned and the largest jewelry store in the region, offering you more choices, more options. A showroom filled with world-famous brands and designers. A center who also creates exclusive designs and one-of-a-kind pieces. Whose specialized selection process ensures the brightest diamonds and most vivid gems. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
New Emergency Crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Emergency Crystals.
The all-new Bet Ahead feature is now live at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Casino. Make your picks online from anywhere before you place your cash bets. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:41. Some recalled applesauce products are still on some Dollar Tree store shelves. The FDA recalled cinnamon applesauce pouches after reports of high blood lead levels in children. Now, as of Wednesday, there have been at least 52 reports of the illness among children under the ages of 4 in 25 states. Dollar Tree says it's working with the FDA on clearing all of the products from their shelves. The company also says that it has locked its registers to block any sales of the items in question. Now, the FDA is also now screening shipments of cinnamon from multiple countries for that possible lead contamination.
Here's your takeaways for this Friday. The weekend is here. It is a beautiful looking Friday. We've got more calm weather ahead, but also temperatures are going to be getting chillier, and it's going to be a while before we see a change in this pattern.
Well, does this colder weather have you thinking about your next vacation? Well, the price
effect overnight, including a fragile and temporary pause in the fighting. Let's get right to Matt Gutman, who's in Tel Aviv, Israel, with the very latest. Matt, what are you learning?
We understand that the Red Cross is now in possession of the
economist on the online travel agency Hopper says that prices typically drop by 30 to 60% on flights and hotels. Berg says this is a great opportunity to book bucket list international travels, but it's also a great time to buy those domestic flights.
Domestic airfare is already lower than this time last year and 2019. So if you book on Travel Deal Tuesday, you can stack the savings of that lower airfare with additional promotions from participating airlines.
Now, to take best advantage of these Travel Deals Tuesdays, Berg recommends planning ahead and starting to think about your vacation now and what you'll want to take in the next year. You also want to keep your options open for different dates and destinations. And finally, book with those free cancellations when possible so you don't lose value if your plans have to change. Now, just into our newsroom, ABC, we have a special report from them about the release of hostages from Gaza. Let's head on over to that special report right now.
Into Egypt or Israel yet, but this is a very good first sign that this hostage swap is starting to take place as planned and on time. With
an encouraging sign indeed, Matt. Thank you. And just a reminder, viewers, again, as part of this deal that was laid out, 13 hostages held in Gaza would eventually be released back to Israel in exchange for 39 Palestinian prisoners, mostly women and teenagers. And then if the ceasefire would hold over the course of 4 days, more and more of those hostages would be released. Let's go in and bring in our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang. She is traveling with the president in Nantucket. And Selena, we know President Biden has been heavily involved in the negotiations, and there's the hope and the possibility that Americans could be involved.
Exactly, Whit. President Biden may be on holiday here, but he has been working the phone, staying in close contact with regional partners to ensure that this deal actually gets carried through. This is incredibly high stakes, high pressure for the Biden administration, with senior administration officials telling me that Biden has been very hands-on in this process and personally involved in the negotiations. He had personally urged the Emir of Qatar to press Hamas to accept this deal and for Israel's prime minister to do so as well. As you say, there's hope that 3 Americans will be included in this initial hostage release deal, but we still don't know yet who is going to be out, who is going to be on that list. President Biden here in Nantucket had said that he's keeping his fingers crossed that 3-year-old Abigail Moore Edan, whose parents were killed by Hamas, that she will be included in this initial hostage release. But U.S. officials here, Whit, have been very careful to say that nothing here is done until they actually see this happen. Incredibly fragile and delicate.
Absolutely. So far, that ceasefire, that temporary pause in the fighting has held as this initial wave of hostages have been handed over. Again, we're still waiting on numbers, getting more information, but they have been handed over to the Red Cross. We will continue to bring you breaking developments throughout the course of the day here on ABC News. Selena, thank you, and our thanks to Matt Gutman. Again, we'll have breaking news alerts on ABC News Live, our streaming channel, and abcnews.com, and then we'll have a full wrap-up later tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir. For now, I'm Whit Johnson in New York. We'll send you back to regular programming.
This has been a special report from ABC News.
And definitely a story we'll be tracking all day long here, both on our newscast as well as throughout the morning here on Good Morning America as well. But switching gears, let's go back into the weather. Back here, closer to home here for you.
All right, things looking really nice for your Friday. You have some cooler weather on the way, though, for this weekend that you do want to be aware of. So let's start off with what is a beautiful start to our day. The sun's coming up. We got a little bit of traffic here in Coeur d'Alene, so people should take advantage of some Black Friday situations, hopefully. Hopefully you're watching us this morning and you got the day off. Upper 20s right now. No fog for the vast majority of us. However, it is still foggy in the LC Valley this morning. That is going to be sticking around for at least the next couple of hours. So take it a little bit slower around Lewiston, Clarkson, and as you head up the river to Orofino. Friday highs for this afternoon. Beautiful sunshine, upper 30s in Spokane, right about 40 in Coeur d'Alene. We'll see mid 40s across central Washington and upper 30s in the Idaho Panhandle. Now, Coeur d'Alene tree lighting tonight is going to be a big old shindig there in downtown. Things are looking great. Clear skies. We are going to see rapidly falling temperatures right at 6 o'clock. We are going to be right around freezing, and we will drop into the low 30s, upper 20s as we get towards 7 o'clock. So a very rapid period of cooling there. So you do want to make sure that you dress warmly if you're headed to downtown Coeur d'Alene for all the fun tonight. Low temperatures overnight down to 22 in Spokane. Coeur d'Alene's down to 23. Teens on the Palouse, teens in Colville. So it is going to be a chilly night. We're also down to 19 in Ritzville. So basically anywhere outside of the urban core, we're going to be seeing some pretty chilly temperatures, not just for tonight, but the next several nights. High pressure is going to take over as cool air rushes in over the next couple of days. And once this begins to kind of move in here as we head into Sunday and Monday, that means that weather conditions are going to be, well, a little gloomier, let's put it that way, as we get back into a very typical dry weather pattern where, well, sometimes it's hard to see the sunshine. And so I anticipate that as we start to head into Monday, Tuesday time frame, where we will, as we've talked about this morning, Natalie, we might need the sun lamps, might need to, you know, turn every light on in the house to try and replicate what we've seen over the last couple of days, which has just been some beautiful weather.
You know, put those Christmas lights up, bring some joy. If you celebrate Christmas, want to hang up those lights, bring some light back into your house there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:48. Coming up right after the break, we got your morning sprint. Thanks for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. KXLY, celebrating 70 years on the air.
This season, put some extra stuffing in your pockets at the Kootenai Casino in beautiful Bonners Ferry. The colder it gets, the hotter the action with super spins and a big cash giveaway. Enjoy a relaxing room at the Kootenai Falls Lodge from just $79 midweek, or upgrade to a Riverview room for $99. Win big and make this a November to remember. Book your trip to the Kootenai Casino now. Just call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverIn.com.
Rugged, capable off-road travel, adept at towing heavy loads, the completely redesigned Nissan Pathfinder has all the features buyers are looking for in a full-size SUV. Check these features: seating up to 8 with easy access third row, cabin noise reduction, super smooth 9-speed transmission, towing up to 6,000 pounds with 284 horsepower, classy upscale design, and two-tone style. There's lots more with this Pathfinder. Find out at Coeur d'Alene Nissan, just off Highway 95.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
We're standing up for our right to be lazy.
Not literally, of course.
We work hard. We deserve to scroll hard.
It's the Black Friday sale. Save 30% on everything. Plus 0% interest until 2027.
We've earned our lazy time. What she said.
Hurry in. Black Friday sale going on now. Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy.
As a family-owned company, Factory Rep Blinds really does care about each and every one of our customers and the experience that they have with us. Our company's founder, Gary, was a factory representative for 36 years. We bring all the samples to you because your home is really the best showroom. And we professionally measure and install the window treatments for you. That's why our customers tell their friends who tell their friends.
Call us or schedule your free consultation today at FactoryRepBlinds.com. Factory Rep Blind.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Time is now 6:51. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday in the morning sprint. Our Matt Gray has a look at temperatures that are pretty chilly for this weekend. Julie Minnesota is live in Seattle with a preview of tomorrow's Apple Cup. But first, a judge in Kootenai County has dismissed the conspiracy charge against the leader of a white supremacist group, the Patriot Front. It's related to his arrest at the Coeur d'Alene Pride Festival back in 2022. Prosecutors are appealing the judge's decision. Thomas Rousseau, along with over 24 other members of Patriot Front, were arrested and charged with conspiracy to riot back in June of 2022, which is a misdemeanor in Idaho. Now, law enforcement discovered a group with matching clothes, riot gear, and shields all in the back of a U-Haul. Believed they were en route to riot at the Pride Festival. Now, over the summer, other members were found guilty of their respective charges and received 5 days in jail, a fine, and were banned from Coeur d'Alene parks. Well, breaking news this morning: as part of a landmark agreement between Israel and Hamas, hostages are being released this morning. The fighting between the two is now on pause for at least 2 days. Just minutes ago, the Thai Prime Minister confirmed the release of 12 Thai nationals. Now, during this break, dozens of hostages, including some Palestinian prisoners, are expected to be freed, while some, including President Joe Biden, are keeping their fingers crossed that things go smoothly. Others say they're still skeptical. Now, yesterday, the Israeli defense minister told Israeli troops that he expects at least 2 additional months of fighting to resume after this truce ends. U.S. officials say relatives of American hostages freed from Gaza will be contacted after the U.S. confirms their release and departure from Gaza. Well, the war in the Mideast has triggered increased security measures here at home, including for today's traditional start to the holiday shopping season. Black Friday shoppers will face anti-war protests and a heavy police presence, cracking down on a new surge of organized retail theft. ABC News has learned pro-Palestinian protesters plan to demonstrate at shopping malls across the country today.
And it's time for your first alert forecast. It's going to be a beautiful day today. We're in the upper 20s now. We'll be in the mid 30s this afternoon with some ample sunshine, and we're seeing that already. Then as we head into the weekend, chillier air moves in. We'll be in the low 20s and upper teens for the next couple of mornings. Temperatures will struggle to warm in the afternoons as we'll only reach the middle 30s.
The Seahawks' first ever Thanksgiving home game left them with little to be thankful for. Quarterback Geno Smith says his arm is okay, but the offense looked ineffective in a 31-13 loss to division rival San Francisco. Seattle now sits at 6-5, still in wild card contention, but 2 games out of the division lead, with another tough game coming up on Sunday at Dallas.
And we are a little more than 24 hours away from the 115th Apple Cup between Washington and Washington State. UW has dominated this rivalry, especially over the last few years, winning 8 of the last 9. However, the Cougars have something to play for. A win spoils the Huskies' college football playoff chances and makes them bowl eligible for an 8th straight year. Kickoff at 1 o'clock tomorrow right here at Husky Stadium.
Oscar Pistorius, the para-Olympian who murdered his girlfriend on Valentine's Day back in 2013, will be released on parole in January. Pistorius took Riva Steenkamp 4 times through his bathroom door, saying he had mistaken her for an intruder. Known as the Blade Runner for his carbon fiber prosthetic legs, Pistorius was once seen as an inspirational figure. He was originally convicted of manslaughter, but that sentence was changed to murder by a higher court. Former President Donald Trump spent Thanksgiving lobbing fresh verbal attacks at the judge that's overseeing his New York civil fraud trial. The Truth Social post included a long list of insults, Trump calling Arthur Engoron a psycho and a radical left Trump-hating judge. He also took aim at New York's Attorney General, the Department of Justice, and President Biden. And a gag order preventing Trump from such personal attacks is currently on pause until a panel of judges can meet next week to consider the issue. Well, toy makers are facing a slower season as holiday shopping gets underway. Market research is saying that toys and games have fallen 8% this year through September compared to the same period last year. Retail sales also fell further in October. The NFL and Amazon are hoping to kick off a new holiday tradition with today's Black Friday game between the Jets and the Dolphins. The game will be free to stream, with Amazon offering promotions throughout. Now, NFL viewership is up 6% over last season and is on track to see its highest since 2015. The day after Thanksgiving is the busiest day of the year for plumbers. Grease down the drains, stuffed garbage disposals, extra guests using your bathroom, and more can cause all kinds of plumbing problems. Some advice from plumbers: they say don't put potato or banana peels down your garbage disposal.
Rice, celery, stuff like that shouldn't be put down it. Most things should be scraped off into the garbage and then rinsed off in the sink.
Also, don't use drain cleaning chemicals, as they often work only to a limited degree and can cause dangerous backsplash and injure plumbers as they attempt to snake those clogged drains. And after you're done digging into your leftovers today, you might want to head on over to Coeur d'Alene for the annual tree lighting ceremony. Coeur d'Alene's kicks off this evening at 5 p.m. with a parade full of festive floats. After that, you'll want to head to the resort, where a flip of a switch and 1.5 million lights will be shining at 6 o'clock. And the holiday fireworks show begins right after that. Then tomorrow, Saturday, the city of Spokane will host its own celebration at Riverfront Park. The party starts at 4 with live music leading up to the tree lighting at 6. You can learn more about these events online. We'll be right back.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean,
whoa.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Experience the magic and share the joy at Disney's Frozen, the spectacular new musical. From the producer of The Lion King and Aladdin, this beloved story comes to life on stage in an unforgettable theatrical experience. You've never seen Frozen like this.
Disney's Frozen is coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th to August 4th. Don't be left out in the cold. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com today.
A beautiful sunrise on a clear Friday across the inland Northwest. Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Matt Gray here with a beautiful forecast for this Friday. Upper 30s, lots of sunshine. Going to be a little cloudier and a lot cooler this weekend as we'll be struggling to get into the middle 30s. It is fact it is going to be so calm and quiet in our weather. We may have to worry about some air quality issues for the beginning of next week. Our next earliest available change in the weather, well, that's potentially next Thursday and Friday. For now, we'll just have a small chance for a little bit of wet weather.
Well, thanks so much for starting your morning with us. We'll see you throughout GMA. That's starting right now.